All right, so magical thinking is nothing but it's just your own ability to create thoughts and feelings, aka your own ability to create a ladder. Thoughts and feelings become a ladder, aka they take us into places because our feelings magnetize us towards certain things outside of you. Let's say you're feeling hungry, you might be attracted towards a place to eat. Let's say you're feeling depressed, you might try to grab something to deal with that internal depression. But magical thinking is just our own ability to create thoughts and feelings, aka a ladder, a DNA scalar wave ladder, because our thoughts and feelings can take us either into hell via us repeating certain thoughts and feelings that we are stuck into, aka being stuck inside of the snake or Boris, constantly repeating a cycle, or us using our thoughts and feelings to build a ladder to get us outside of our circumstance and shit like that. So let's say you constantly doing things that you know you're not supposed to be doing, things that you don't necessarily like to do, but you might have some form of addiction, you might be stuck into something, you might have experienced something when you was a child, you might have picked up something as a coping mechanism, and all types of shit, right? Magical thinking is just the ability to create to use your thoughts and feelings to create a ladder towards that destination, right? And everything around us is virtually a construct of something, right? So if we understand how to use the reality around us, then we can just start to use reality as our bitch rather than reality using us. So when I say reality using us, I mean you letting the religious theology, the religious people control your mind and tell you what to do with your mind. You're letting the society that you inside of, as far as your geographical location, whatever you believe in, run your mind for you as far as what you should believe, have faith behind, and imagine, right? So instead of you having faith and belief in your own abilities, what you may have faith belief in is is the biggest car manufacturing center or whatever it is in your town. It might be the old windmill or whatever back then, whatever thing that a mason created to support their subjects that they're running in the geographical locations. That may be the thing that you believe in, but this is your own power to believe in yourself, to have faith in yourself, and to use your own imagination to create thoughts and feelings, to create ladders to go to into heaven rather than going into hell, because a lot of us be going into hell and shit like that. So for example, right, my mind doesn't know, it knows that this is a door, right? So I can say, and we don't know what's behind this door, right? It kind of sounds funny, right? But we don't know what's behind this door, right? My mom doesn't know what's behind this door either. I can command my mind. I can create a form of magical thing where I can tell myself, okay, when I open this door, I will experience a new reality or some shit like that, right? And then when I open that door, my mind is gonna create that feeling generated, that feeling that's associated with newness, not dullness, aka creating room to experience something new, right? And that witchcraft basically is gonna go with you to other places as well. So let's say you at the shopping mall and there's an opportunity that you're interested in, right? That the fact that you opened your door in the morning and you said, yeah, I'm ready to experience something new, as long as you know what you're doing and shit like that with your mind, you start to generate certain fluids of optimism, excitement, and shit like that. And then you might really even go out and do something with excitement, something with optimism. It depends on how you program your ritual. See, the whole world around you is a ritual and construct. See, all these things religious people use to create ceremonies and shit like that. And the Jesuits, the Jews, they get really deep with this shit. But you want to use this world as a bitch, right? You want to use everything around you as a bitch. Because everything around us is programmable in their reality. But if you let the Masons and the Jews program your perception of reality, then you're not gonna be able to harness this reality the way that I'm not gonna say the way that you're supposed to, because there's so many levels that you could do with this shit, because your mind doesn't even care what you put in it. It's just gonna produce an equivalent alchemical result and shit like that. Sorry, all about my closet. My closet be super messy, real shit. But yeah, that's magical thinking. Like when Muslims, for example, get on their knees and they hope for forgiveness and whatever like that. That shit flunked out. That shit flunked out because you gotta understand whatever feeling that you are in. That's the shit that the universe is gonna give you more of. So if you're in the feeling of begging, constantly needing, constantly worrying, not knowing when your next piece of bread is gonna come from, then you're forever gonna be in that anxiety, and you're gonna you didn't that experience didn't even have to be that hard, but the fact that we add so many thoughts and feelings to certain experiences and make things harder than what they are is what make life actually hard. Life is not even hard at all for the most part. Fasting is not hard. All these things are not hard. We just make these things harder than what they really are and shit like that with our own stinking thinking and shit like that. So yeah, create your own rituals, create your own spells and shit like that, so you can actually start to program reality rather than have reality program you. Like another thing I do, for example, is that, for example, I'm a truck driver, right? I drive like those 53-foot trucks and shit like that. So when I'm driving my truck and stuff like that for work, I always tell myself, like, yeah, you know what? When I'm driving, I am thriving in my abundance. I am thriving in my authenticity. My brain knows I'm driving, so that first statement is true. So now automatically it's gonna believe in this because I already tried this shit so many times already. So I know what the fuck I'm doing, right? So your brain is gonna automatically assume that second statement is true as well. Yeah, he said he's driving and he's thriving in abundance. Okay, yeah. How would abundance feel like right now? And then boom, you generate that feeling. But it's like you gotta like really like you gotta really run your mind because it's your fucking mind. Like this should be for real. Like you gotta program your mind with the reality outside of you rather than you letting reality program you. Let's say you're driving down the road, for example. You can have a way different mentality about what you're doing on that road. You can be like, yeah, I'm driving down the road on my way to success, on my way to my blessings, and whatever like that, right? Because your mind doesn't necessarily care you're in McDonald's or KFC, whatever. It's about the mind state that you are in. Because whatever mind state you are in, that's exactly the alchemical, or let's say virtue, principle, residue that you're going to accumulate and breathe in. Because even the air we're breathing into, we're reprogramming that air too. Like when you breathe in air with a feeling of gratitude, that probably does something to the air particles that you just breathed in, and it probably creates like a more alkaline distribution of energy. I'm just gonna call it that, right? So yeah, create your own magical thinking and shit like that, because that shit's gonna empower you, if anything at all. And it's gonna help you take power and control over your dreams, not just physically, but also on the mental plane as well. Because you don't want to be dreaming necessarily about the shit that Jews and Masons be dreaming about, and that should get difficult too, right? That should get difficult, but we're all here to learn. We're all here to experience. And a lot of the times, the same witchcraft that these Jews and Masons are practicing on you, a lot of it is just universal principles that everyone has access to. We just have to reverse engineer those principles and start to use it for ourselves. Real fucking shit.